Good evening, everyone. Come on in, ping some people so they can come on in the room. Hello, Chris. Hello, Channing. It's good to see you both. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to let the music continue to play for a few moments until we get a few more people in the room, and until my moderator joins me as well. I'm going to give it another minute and then I'll start speaking and interacting. So I'm going to go ahead and invite both of you up to the stage. Go ahead and mute yourself for now, Chris. Thank you. All right. It is exactly 8:04 and I am ready to get started. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining me this evening. The title of our session today is Methodical Madness. And there is definitely a method to establishing yourself as a business. And this group, Florida Notaries United, speaks specifically to Florida notaries, new notaries that are getting established. But the principles that we speak about here can be used in any line of business, even if you're trying to get some order to your personal life, it can be used in that aspect as well. And when you're learning something new, it can all seem like madness and you can be overwhelmed with information. But there's definitely a method to the madness. And what we want to talk about today is our journey getting started and how we made the madness methodical and made it work for us. But before we get started, I want to extend the mic to you, Channing, and give you the space to speak. Just give us a little something, give us a little wisdom. Tell us about your week, tell us about your day. What have you accomplished? What are you looking to accomplish? So when you're ready, go ahead.
Hey, Miss Jennifer, thank you for the opportunity to talk. My name is Channing. I am a notary public. I have been a notary public for the past 3 years. The majority of what I do is loan signings, but I do some general notary work as well. And I love the topic of this week's room, the methodical madness, because that's kind of what my life seems to be like more times than not. And it's all really just a learning process. As far as my wins for the week, I did have someone from Navy Federal reach out to me directly, so that was one of my wins. I also had another lady reach out to me for some work as well. She was from a title company, and on the general notary work aspect as well. The website has started kind of getting a lot more traction, so that's definitely a win. But again, I'm thankful to be here, and any information I can give or be of assistance in any way, I'll be glad to help.
Thank you so much for that, Channing, and congratulations. That is exciting. Navy Federal, which is the bank I hold my business account with and my personal accounts. I love that bank. But that is exciting. Congratulations, and I'm glad to hear that your web page has been driving more traffic to you, and I'm glad to hear that your business is growing. And we definitely will appreciate your whatever expertise you're able to offer. Um, and I would like to see you come back to the room every week. And thank you for taking the courage to speak. And maybe I can push you, to being a moderator. I know you've been in the rooms and you see how the male presence is quite scarce. And I think you'd be a commodity here, and I'd be happy to have you. So keep that in mind. No pressure, but just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit of pressure to push you back up on this platform. So don't get cold feet if you hear me call you up. Okay.
It's all good. Thank you.
Thank you, Channing. All right, Chris, we're going to go ahead and give you this space to give us your input. Tell us what your week has been like. What are your wins for the week, and what are you looking to accomplish in the coming week?
Well, good evening, everyone. Chris, Channing, Anada. I'm here on Clubhouse to just soak up all I can soak up and learn. I'm in the learning process of starting business. To answer the topic was as far as what I did this week, my wins. Well, one win that I definitely accomplished was taking some time off, using some vacation time that I have. So that definitely was a win for me. It seems like I just work, instead of working for myself. But however, I'm learning, as I stated earlier, and I'm on my way. So I appreciate Clubhouse, I appreciate you all. And I'm also a great supporter. I love to hear different ones do new things. Any way that I can be of support to them, I try to be there for them, even if it's just listening, even if it's just encouraging. I try to be there for them. As far as next week, what I plan on doing, of course, is working on getting my business credit, in line so that I can do the things that I have in mind to do. But just in general, I try to be, a happy face in different ones' lives, come across them. Even if it's just a hello, I try to be very, very cordial and very appreciative of the trash, of the trash man that goes around and cleans up and collect garbage. I'll speak and say, hello, hey, how you doing? Appreciate what you do. So that's just me in a nutshell. And I'll yield the mic.
Thank you so much for that, Chris. Thank you so much for um, gracing the stage with your presence. And I do want to say that supporters are very, very, very necessary. All of us, at some point in time, have had someone to pour into us, someone to encourage us, someone to root for us, to cheer for us from the sidelines. Um, and oftentimes, too much, our supporters are underappreciated. So I'm going to take this moment to say thank you for your support, for whomever you've supported throughout your lifetime. I know that if they never tell you they appreciate it, it's appreciated, and continue to be a support, and you will have that support return to you tenfold whenever you step out and do what it is that you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and state my win for the week and my goals for next week, and then I'm going to turn the stage over to Miss Anada, who is my additional moderator. So, my main win for this week was to take a fast track business credit course. Um, I learned so much of what I can do in the next 90 days to get my business some credit built up. And I'm excited. I'm excited about getting it done because prior to learning about business credit, it kind of seemed unattainable. You know, I knew it was out there. I knew that people were getting it, but I didn't know that I could get it. I didn't know that I could qualify for it. So taking that class by Miss Mimi Carmichael, who has a room here on Clubhouse called the Real Estate Warriors, by taking her class, it opened up my mind to a whole new wealth of knowledge. And I'm just excited to be completing my first steps to getting business credit established for myself. And my goal for next week is to complete the first tier. The training has come in 3 tiers, and the goal for next week is to complete the first tier. I've signed up for about 20 different sign-in services. My goal for next week is to continue to sign up for 15 to 20 each day, and hopefully that portion of my business will start to roll in consistently. My other win for the week is that my website actually got a hit for some general notary work. So me tweaking it along with my mentor, my notary mentor, Miss Anata, drove some traffic towards my page, and I'm appreciative of that. So with that being said, before we go into discussing how this notary madness can become methodical, I'm gonna let Anata speak, and then we'll take it from there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, for inviting me to the floor and allowing me to have this time. You guys, I just want to first say what my wins were for this week. And I'm Anata. I am a North Florida notary, and I am the co-owner of NotaryNearMe.cc in Panama City, Florida. And I am super, super excited about my win. I was able to take Saturday, and today and tomorrow off work. Wait, Saturday and Sunday, because today's Sunday, sorry. Anyways, off work to celebrate my twins' birthdays. And it felt good to be able to get them what they wanted and to just provide this opportunity and experience for them. And also, I wanted to celebrate my husband, who he's part of this method and the madness and all of that good stuff. But for being able to just do what we do. He provided this opportunity for us. And so, Chris, I don't know where you're at in your journey as far as notary or this walk, but it is doable. And my husband, this was his idea, and he was able to really just put us on and support us through this business. So, yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm Anata, and I'm done speaking.
All right. Well, I see we have Jacqueline and Ipek in the room. Hi, ladies. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Ipek, I know you were here last Sunday, so thank you for coming back. I don't know if you were here last Sunday or not, Miss Jacqueline, but if you were, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time, welcome. This room was established to speak specifically to Floridians about their notary journey, whether they are a notary or whether they're not, whether they want to get started, whether they want to be a loan signing agent, or whether they just want to do general notary work. I created this room to bring us together so we could ask our questions about our the pursuit of all things Florida notary, and get those questions answered. So if at any time you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand, come to the stage and ask your questions, and we will do our very best to answer them. Before we get started, I am going to speak about a couple of things I have coming up. Let me look at my calendar here. On the 24th, that's this Saturday coming, I am joining a local notary here. She's in Orlando as well, for a networking event. It's going to be at the San Jose's on West Colonial Boulevard in Ocoee, Florida, which is about 40 minutes from me. So if you're in the area and you want to travel and come out and meet with us along with other notaries that'll be there, we'll be more than happy to have you. And that's the 24th of July at 3 p.m. Also, on National Notary Day, November 7th, I am hosting a notary networking event titled Don't Cramp My Stamp. We're going to be getting together, educating and elevating one another, having a whole lot of fun. We're going to have good food. Um, we're going to give away some things. Among the things that we're giving away is a notary bag and a printer. Tickets are on sale now for $55. And if you follow my Instagram, you'll be able to see all the information and how you can purchase your ticket. And it's open to everyone, not just notaries. If you want to come and join us, we'd also be happy to have you there. We look forward to meeting you. Bring your knowledge, bring your experience, bring your questions, and most of all, bring your fun. Now, tonight's topic is methodical madness, right? Let's get into it. So, there's a lot that goes into this notary life, right? So to become a notary in the state of Florida is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You basically contact the Secretary of State. And you can do that by one of the approved associations, whether it's the Florida Notary Association, the National Notary Association, whatever approved venue you decide to go through. You got to take the test on the website first. You can just Google Florida Notary, and there's like a 3-hour exam on there that you have to pass. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Once you pass that, you submit your application packet through one of the approved associations, and you await for your commission to arrive. That's the simple part. After that, it doesn't get complicated, but it gets a lot more intricate and a lot more detail from there. So for me, it took about a month. No, it took about 6 weeks for me to get my commission in the mail. And I was wondering what could I do during that time to kind of get a head start on the business. I just didn't want to be sitting around waiting for my commission to come. So I got onto Clubhouse and I joined the notary room. And that was my question. What can I do while I'm waiting for my commission to arrive to be proactive? So I was instructed to get a social media page, which I did. I got a Facebook page and an Instagram and started posting. I was also instructed to get on Google My Business. So I downloaded the Google My Business app. I set everything up there. I reached out to my church family so they could do reviews for me on there. And I used the Google My Business to build, it's a free website. And I got a free website built. And I've been posting on that one, trying to post every day to keep traffic going there. That's how I got started. And I started learning QuickBooks and other things that were not necessarily notary related, but definitely business maintenance and business management related. So when things did get busy and when they did get hopping for me, I would have a solid foundation laid so I wouldn't get overwhelmed. And I'm definitely still in the building phase. So those are some things that you can do if you're at the very beginning of your journey, even if you've been a notary or you've been in business for a while. Those are some things that you can, if you've already done them, you can go back and update your Google My Business page. It's always good to make sure that your information is current. It's always good to make sure that your description is up to date. Maybe you want to change the wording up a little bit to speak to a different audience. Maybe you want to change up where you're, not necessarily the location of your business, but how you describe the location of your business to see if that will drive more traffic to your page. If you already have your notary profiles set up on different places like Notary Rotary or Notary Stars or SnapDocs, whatever signing services that you have joined, if you want to be a loan signing agent, maybe you want to go back in and add to your profile there. What I started to do is because I haven't had a loan signing just yet. I've been doing quite a few field inspections. I've been blessed to get to be successful in getting field inspections, a couple of them a week. So what I've been doing is every time I do a field inspection, I go and I add that field inspection to my my notary history and my notary resume on SnapDocs, and it's been creating activity there for me. And I like to see it grow, because once I click on my name, I get to see several different transactions, right? So you have to be creative with your wording, and make it fit. But it is it is a job that I'm doing. So I've been adding that to my notary resume and to my SnapDocs. So you kind of want to think outside of the box, be creative. You have to create opportunities for yourself. One of the things that I was instructed to do in um, in my first week here on Clubhouse, I heard the group talking about marketing yourself to signing services. And I did go in to one, knocked on the door and introduced myself. And I could tell that the owner, he did come out to meet me. I could tell that he was uncomfortable. He was gracious to me. He was not rude at all. He took my business card and he made a note on it. I don't know what the note he made on it was. I hope it was something good. But I could tell that he was uncomfortable with me walking into his business unannounced. And then later on, while I was in my training, and my certification for loan signing, that was a nugget that my instructor gave me to never walk into a title agency unannounced. They don't have a problem with you coming, but you want to be courteous and give them at least the respect to let them know that you are coming. And I get that. I understand that. I think that's a great approach. So from now on, I will not be knocking on the door unannounced. I will be calling and asking for a few minutes to sit down and talk to the receptionist. That I don't even have to speak with the owner right away, but just a way to introduce myself and let them know that I'm in the area. But I will be calling ahead or sending an email or something, at least so they'll know that I'm coming. I won't be doing that unannounced anymore. And the other thing that you can definitely do while you're waiting, either for your commission to come, or you're waiting for your loan signings to start coming through, or you're waiting for your RON certification to come, whatever it is that you're waiting for, you can definitely get your business cards, right? You can develop your marketing plan. You can schedule your marketing days. You can make a list of who you want to talk to, how you want to talk to them, what do you want to say when you talk to them. You can make a list of all of the areas, all of the businesses in your area that you imagine would need notaries, and you could design a postcard and mail it to them. Um, that's just some of the things that you can do while you're waiting. And again, not just for a beginning notary, not just for a new notary, but for a veteran. Maybe you want to scale your business up. Maybe you're doing 15 general notary works a week and you would like to do 50. You can always go back to the foundation and do the very same thing you did over again, on an elevated level, and drive more traffic your way, graduate, elevate, and educate yourself, right? So those are some of the things that I just wanted to discuss today. And of course, I'm opening the floor. I see more people joining. Welcome, Marion, Karen, and Soraya. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, this Sunday evening. The name of our talk today is Methodical Madness. And basically what we're talking about is there's a lot that goes into the process of becoming a notary and a loan signing agent these days, and it can all seem overwhelming. It can seem like madness, because the to-do list is so long, it's like never ending. But I just wanted to encourage you all and let you know that there is a method to the madness. And if you follow the steps, you get your questions answered, you read, you utilize YouTube University, you use Clubhouse to ask your questions and get answers, and you follow the madness, right? You create a method to the madness that it will help you achieve whatever it is that you're setting out to achieve. So I'm done speaking, and I'm going to let Anada add on to what I had to say.
Good afternoon, everybody. So for me, one of my things is whenever Jennifer was talking about the receptionist, if you remember what she said, she was saying that she wanted to make an appointment with the receptionist, that she wasn't even, concerned with speaking to anybody above, that. However, the secretary, that's your gateway, and I know my husband taught me that in this business, relationships are important, genuine, authentic, relationships. Getting to just not know somebody, but build a rapport and an authentic relationship with them on a work level, professional level. And the reason why I always say go through, and I always say, I think you should go through the receptionist, because the receptionist is the person that makes the appointments. She knows all of the goings on that are happening. So if you make her feel valued and appreciated, and you build a relationship with her, she's going to remember you. And she's going to say, hey, you guys need a notary. She's going to remember you. Jennifer can do this way better than I can, but there was this saying, Maya Angelou, that a person will never forget the things that you've done. And don't quote me, but it's more or less people will forget about the things that you've done or did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. The whole big part about it is just how you make that person feel, that receptionist. If you make her feel important and that you value her, she's going to look out for you. She's gonna, and if you keep coming, and she knows that you come with gifts for her, because she wants more gifts. She likes feeling appreciated. She's going to remember you. And I remember when I worked at the hospital, drug reps would come in, and they had to go through us, the receptionist, to get back. And it taught me something about this business. And I don't think there's anything on any job that I've had that I haven't been able to apply to the notary business. So just remember that everybody's story is different about your journey and how you go about the process. But just remember that relationships are important in this business, because, that they're important. I don't know, but so, and I don't want to ramble, but also about the methodical part of madness is comparison. It'll steal your joy. So you can't look at Jennifer's story. You can't look at my story. You can't look at other people's journey and compare yourself to them, because you don't want to lose focus of where you're going or what you're doing. So just remember that, if you're diligent and keeping up with your records, just something as simple as who did you call, who did you contact, to build your way up in this business, it's doable. And I like to write my plan down. So we write things down. So if it works, or say we make a mistake or we do something, it goes in our book, our plan. And we follow that plan until it doesn't work anymore. But eventually I'll have like a little manual, a guide. So let's just say in the future, if I need that information, or I need something for somebody, just anything, you'll have that. So just learning from your mistakes in this business, I think, is valuable. And I don't want to ramble on. So I see that we have a lot of people in the room that that are new. So if anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to just pick our brains or talk about, the way that we do it, I could go on and tell you my story. But do you have any specific questions? Please feel free to raise your hand and ask. Thank you. I'm Anada, and I'm done speaking.
Thank you for that, Anada. Thank you. We always appreciate your added value to our room. I'm going to move on to Marion. Good evening, Miss Marion. What do you have to say about your wins for the week, and what are your accomplishments that you want to achieve over the next week? Talk to us and let us know.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Miss Jennifer, what are my wins for this week? Oh, my website and my logo. So I finally got that taken care of. Thank goodness for that. And my wins, I plan on, what's on my agenda to complete this week are my signing services, sign up for more signing services, as well as create my spreadsheet so I can transfer my tablet stuff that I do my little note taking down, to transfer that onto a journal. Not a journal, a spreadsheet. So that's what my goals are to reach this week, and that's what I'm planning on doing this week. And I'm Marion, and I'm done speaking right now. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. That's a good goal, to get your spreadsheet started, because that spreadsheet is going to be instrumental in you tracking how you market, who you talk to, when you talk to them, and even a little tidbit about what you mentioned. Because if you're going to speak to someone today and you say, okay, I'm going to reach out to that person again 15 or 20 days from now, you don't want to say the same thing, right? You don't want to be too repetitive. So you want to have an idea of what you talked about. So in tracking your marketing, make sure you write down keywords, right? So you know you won't sound like a tape recorder when you call them back, that you can, or even if they tell you something personal about themselves, like you ask them how's their day and they say, oh my goodness, I had to take my dog to the vet. How valued do you think that person will feel if when you call them back 25 days from now, you say, hi, my name is Marion. I spoke to you about 3 weeks ago, and you told me you had to take your dog to the vet. Is the dog okay? That person's going to be impressed that you paid attention to detail, right? That was our topic last week. The dollars in it are in the details. So in tracking, don't just write down dates and generic things. Be specific. So in building your relationship, the person that you're connecting with will know that you're actually paying attention. So that's just a little piece of wisdom that came to me when it, and I'm going to have to apply that to my own tracking, to write down details. Miss Jacqueline, how are you this evening? What are your wins for the week, and what do you wish to accomplish next week? Go ahead.
Good evening. Hi, everyone. My win is this group. Anada is my notary buddy, and she introduced me to this group, and I'm learning so much. What I'm realizing is that training to become a notary and an LSA, there's so much more to it. And being in this group, has taught me a lot. So I'm just taking notes and gaining knowledge from you all, and I appreciate it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Miss Jacqueline. We love knowing that what we set out to do is being accomplished, that someone is learning from our stories and learning from our experiences, and also learning from our mistakes. We don't mind sharing them so that someone else doesn't have to make them. With that being said, Anada, I thought about something we talked about this week where you had the incident where a specific signing was trying to ask you to do something that was a little weird, right? Yeah. So talk and tell how you and your husband dealt with something that was like a little fishy. It was a signing that didn't sit right with your gut. Tell the people how you handled it and why you handled it like you did.
So this is a question that you will come across a lot, you guys. And this has happened. I think this is our third time having asked this question. So in Florida, it's and you guys, this is my disclaimer. I am not practicing law. I am not telling you do your research. I'm just explaining my experience. So I'm just putting a little disclaimer out there because this is a gray area, and it comes down to, Florida law. And it's gray. So anyway, if a signer's name on the documents are different from the name that is on their ID, a permissible state ID, or a permissible ID that credentials that we use for notary, a picture ID, it has a current passport, driver's license. Okay, we always get this question: where does their name have to be on that ID the way it is on the paper? And my husband and I, as loan signers, pretty much, and business owners, have decided to make the executive decision that if their name is not and I'll tell you why we chose this decision. If their name on the paper says Brandy Princess Wine, and her ID says Brandy Wine, I need to see an ID with Princess in it. I need to see that with the name, because the name on the documents do not match the name on the ID. How am I, proving that it's you? Like for me, because we called the NNA and he got different answers 3 times. My husband did. So I was fortunate enough to be in a call where the the young lady who is over the NNA hotline was on that call, and I asked her as well, and she said that's the number one question that they have, not just for Florida, but for every state, because it's just such a gray area. The way she answered that question for us was, at the end of the day, it's you, God forbid, that would have to stand before a judge. CYA, okay? We researched it. Florida is allegedly one of the states that is very strict about whether or not the names and the IDs match. So to cover our butts and protect our business, we won't do it. However, you can feel bullied and intimidated into signing those papers by the title or the lender or whoever you're speaking with, because one, they don't know the law. They don't know what we do. They just know what they need us to do, and they know what they need done. And I felt like you get pressured into a position where you're having to choose, do I do it because they told me to, or do I not do it because I know it's not right? Like, you know, and it's such a gray area. It's not that it's a wrong thing to do, but we can't get an answer. We've called the Secretary of State. We've got passed around to 3 different people just to try to clarify. We want to know. So do not put your business, it's period. I don't care what kind of business you have, or what, if you're part-time or full-time, or you have another job. Don't jeopardize what you've worked for because these people, you know, a lender, a title company, or even the agency, the signing agency themselves want you to illegally, you know, in quotation mark, sign off on some papers or notarize something that you don't feel right doing. If it doesn't, my motto is, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. I mean, I do want to find answers. I do. I want to know. I want to know the Florida law on it. I want to know what the Secretary of State, you know, can tell me. But so far, nobody's been able to do that. So that is something that came up this week, and I want to put that out there.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I tend to agree. I always live by this saying that says, when in doubt, leave it out. So if you're going to do something and it's that little piece of caution in your mind is just like, you probably should not do this. You probably shouldn't do it. I always say, you listen to something. You know how we say, like, let's say you go to the grocery store and before you leave the house, you hear something that says, do you have an umbrella in your car? You probably should get an umbrella because it might rain. And then you look outside and like, nah, the sun is out. It's not going to rain. And you get to the grocery store, no rain. You pull in the parking lot, no rain. You turn off the car, the sky falls out. And you're thinking, oh, I should have grabbed my umbrella. I always say you probably should listen to something because something is usually right. So in this instance, if something is in that little piece of doubt is in your mind and you can't get concrete and solid evidence or proof or affirmation to move forward in a way that will make you comfortable, you probably should not do it simply because you've worked too hard to get where you are to let one simple omission, one simple error, mistake, oversight, whatever you want to call it, make you lose everything that you've earned, you've rightfully earned. So again, when in doubt, leave it out. Now, what you can do, you can educate yourself. You can learn the laws that govern your state. And know this, that these signing companies are national. So the company, the title agency that you're representing at that closing could be located in Massachusetts. They could be located in Wisconsin. They could be located in New Mexico. And they're not aware of the Florida laws. And maybe in the states that they do business with, that particular procedure is okay. But you have to know what is okay because you are governed by the Secretary of State for Florida. So the way you know your laws is to read the laws, read the law books. And yes, they can be complicated to understand. The language can be, I use the word verbose because sometimes it seems like they use too many words to just say something simple. So read them, read them over and over and over again. And if you don't have time to read them, tune into my YouTube channel, which is the Nonstop Notary, because I go word for word over the handbook. I do not interpret the law. I just read it. I recite it. So if you need to be brought up to speed on the laws, tune in to my YouTube channel. Click on the videos. Let it play while you're sleeping. Let it play while you're washing dishes. Let it play while you're doing housework. Let it play while you're driving. Listen to it, because those words will sink in and you'll have them to call to your memory at a point where you may be, a little iffy about something. But if you have the time, sit down and read along with them and bring those questions to the room, right? So we can, if you have questions about what's there, we can put our heads together and come up with a feasible answer. So yeah, tune into the YouTube channel, The Nonstop Notary, and listen to the handbook. Right now, I'm going through Florida's handbook, and I believe the next one that I will read is the Georgia handbook. So I won't just be stopping at Florida. I'll be going through and reading more of them. And if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell each time a new video is posted, you'll be notified. So that's the way to stay in the loop. Also, continue to come into Florida Notaries Unite, our clubhouse at 8 p.m. on Sundays. I think in the coming weeks, we're probably going to start doing some pop up rooms about other subjects. But right now, we are doing it once a week. Today, Sunday only at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see we have Angela on the stage, so I'm going to extend the mic to Angela. Angela, take the stage and let us know what your wins were for last week and what do you plan to accomplish in the coming week. And feel free to ask any questions or to add any value. And if you need to unmute yourself, you can. If you have an iPhone, look at the bottom. There you go. There you go. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Angela Johnson. I am in the Kissimmee area. And I was going to ask, I heard you mention your YouTube channel. I was going to ask what's a good book to just be able to go back and review the laws and what, I am going to sign up for the loan signing system also to help me get more familiar with the documents. I have business name, phone number, address. What else have I done? EIN number. I think I've done everything, the basic, to have a solid foundation for my business. So now, this week, I am going to start networking directly to title companies. And so that's my plan for the week. I unfortunately have not received my first signing yet. I have gotten 2 notifications, but by the time I respond to them, someone has already taken them from signing order. So I did change my notification for signing order, so it'll be this weird noise. So I know as soon as that noise comes through that it is from signing order. So other than that, I will be looking at Jennifer's YouTube channel because she did answer my question as far as what I can do to be able to go back and review, the laws and everything. Because I know the notary class for Florida is a free class from the Secretary of State. So, it's just the basics. So that I'll be more versed, I'll go back and I'll start watching the YouTube channels. My name is Angela, and I'm done speaking.
Excellent, Angela. Thank you so much for coming to the stage and adding value and sharing with us. And congratulations on getting started. Congratulations on even getting your notifications. Even though you were not able to get them, it's a start, right? At least you know that you have a signing service that's on the list and that's funneling notifications to you. And yes, we hear a lot of people say, as soon as they go to click it, it's already gone. That happens to me as well, especially with my inspections. But I found a hack. So I don't know if my hack will be relevant to your situation. But for me, my notifications come to my Gmail. And what it will say at the top of the email is it'll say rush order or metro inspection order number, blah, 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 blah. It's available in your area. It'll give the address, and it has the telephone number to call in these big bold letters. Like it's a 1-800 number, and it'll say call if you're available. And at first that's what I was doing. But every time I would call, the assignment would be gone. Well, I took the time to actually read the email, and at the bottom, the very bottom of the email, is this little tiny blue link. And these blue words say, click here to accept. So what I started doing, I was like, oh, okay, next time I get one, I'm scrolling. I'm not even reading the address. I don't care where it's at. I just want to see if this is going to work, if I can get this actual inspection order by clicking this link. And it worked. So the next time one came through, I didn't read nothing. I just scrolled all the way to the bottom and I clicked accept. And it took me to this little page and it said, thank you for accepting this. And I was like, oh, I have found the hack. So I don't know how your notifications are coming through, but take the time to read them and see if there's a link in the email or a text message. I don't know how yours come through, but I found a hack on mine. So however yours come through, take the time and examine it and see if there's a little hack, right? So that's just a little something that I learned, and hopefully that will help you, Angela. If not, don't quit, keep forging forward, and you'll get your first signing. And when you do, it'll be upward from there. So I had someone to message me saying that they're from New Jersey and they want to know how to get inspections. So the website, I've signed up for about 4 different inspection agencies, and the only one that I've gotten inspections from is Metro Inspections. And it's metroinspections.com. That's METRO inspections.com. Now, they do not require you to be a notary, but they are partial to notaries because you're considered a trusted public official. I mean, there's a process that you have to go through. It does not take long. It's like a little application you fill out online. You have to put in all your information, your name, your address. If you're doing it as an individual, of course, you put your social security number in. If you're doing it through your business, you put in your EIN number. But the application process is very, very, very straightforward, and it does not take long to get approved. Someone will reach out to you. They'll ask you some questions, and you give them the answers, and then you'll get an email that's saying you're approved. And once you get that email saying you're approved, then they send out a message to whoever is in the area, and the first person that responds gets the inspection. So if that's what you're going to do, then what you want to make sure you do is not call that 800 number. Once you get that email, you want to scroll to the bottom and tap that little blue link. And that blue link is the fastest way for you to respond and secure that inspection. And once you do that, an email will come with the specific instructions on what you need to do at the site. It'll tell you whether you need to set up an appointment. And honestly, I love doing these inspections. They have taken me, the very first one I did took me about 20 minutes. And I earned $50 for 20 minutes. So how many 20 minutes are there in an hour? There's 20 minutes in an hour. So 50, that was, if I had 3 back-to-back, that's $150 hour. I think that's a pretty good rate, $150 an hour. I earned $50 for that one because that one is a rush. That one was a rush order. The normal ones that you have like a 5-day window to complete, they're usually like $30. Even still, 30 times 3 is $90. $90 an hour is a pretty darn good hourly rate. So I have no complaints when it comes to doing my inspections. And then they're even courteous enough to pay you mileage if you have to drive farther than, I believe it's farther than 30 miles. At least for me, it's farther than 30 miles. If you have to go, if you accept an assignment that's over 30 miles, they'll pay you mileage. So even when my loan signing agent business takes off, I'm going to continue to accept these inspections because they are literally in and out. You ask the business owner, about 15 questions. You take pictures of the entry, you take pictures of their signs, their business hours. If they have inventory, you take pictures of the inventory. If they use equipment to do business, you take pictures of the equipment. And that's pretty much it. Now they are advanced. You don't have to do anything with the paper now. You can do everything through an app. They have a specific app that they'll send you the link to download. You can upload your pictures in the app. You can upload your answers to the questions in the app. And even the business owner can sign and date within that app. So by the time by the time you leave there, you're done. It's pretty awesome. I love it. So I would recommend anybody that is trying to get their notary business off the ground. If you don't have any income right now that's notary based, look into inspections. Again, the company I get my inspections from is called Metro Inspections. You can also try JMI Reports. I've spoken with them. I'm registered and available with them, but they don't have any work in the area right now. Most of their business is in the Midwest and out west, but they do have business on the East Coast. They just don't have any in the Florida area right now. So it's JMI Reports. So check those two out. If you're looking to supplement what you're already making, that's a great way to do it. So that's all I have to say about that. Yes, go ahead,
Can I
Channing.
add something real quick on field inspections? There's also this company called SOFI, and it stands for the Society of Field Inspectors. And what they have is they have paid programs that you can obviously get in, but there's free resources as well where they list companies by state that you can pretty much register for these companies, and they have field inspection work, and they prefer notaries as well. Most times in that industry, you'll see where they prefer notaries a lot of times. But again, it's called Sophie.us, and it's pretty much just a database where they find field inspectors. And again, there's packages where they'll send out the guy. He'll actually do a resume for you. And I have a template of my resume, but he'll make it look real nice, and he'll also send that out to the companies as well. But I mean, again, that's for a fee. But yeah, that's just another little site you may be able to utilize.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Channing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to get on that one myself. So that's Sophie.us. S as in Sam, O as in other, F as in Frank, and I as in inspector.us. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. Take notes if anyone can use that information. So I see we got a few more people in the group, and we're going to reset the room. This room is the Florida Notaries Unite. So we set up this room to bring together Florida notaries that are new in their journey, or even veterans in their journey that have questions or have valuable experiences to bring to the table to share. So that's what we do here. We educate and elevate one another. We support each other throughout the week. Everyone needs to have a notary buddy. If you do not have a notary buddy, get you one. If you don't know how to get one, inbox me and I will get you set up with one. I am going to make some recommendations since you're already on Clubhouse. Join the Notary Room. The Notary Room has a Clubhouse every Wednesday morning starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You heard it, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The early bird gets the worm. It's called Dropping Gems. And you will definitely collect a whole bag of gems, and those gems will turn into dollars for you. That is definitely a promise. That is Miss Renee Dentman and her moderators. They are there every Wednesday morning, and she's in California, so that's 3:00 a.m. her time. And I take my hat off to her weekly for being so dedicated and keeping that room going every Wednesday. And it goes until I think the first time I was in there, that room wasn't over until like 11:45. So it was hours and hours and hours of valuable information. It was no shucking and jiving, no playing around. It was valuable information. So if you're not in the notary room, join the notary room. There's also the Notary Round Table, and they have all kinds of clubhouses in there, all kind of pop-ups throughout the week, and you can tune in and listen. And I always say, and this goes for whatever is said in here, whatever is said in any of the clubhouses that you're in, eat the meat and spit out the bone. Take what you can use, and what you can't use, leave it right there. There's no need to complain about it. No need to moan about it. No need to gossip about it, because we're not here to tear each other down. We are here to elevate and educate. We lift each other up. So eat what you can, eat the meat and spit out the bone. Take everything with a grain of salt and take nothing personal, because it is literally business and it can help you build your business. Sometimes we get offended, right? Because we take things personally when most of the time it's not even meant personally. It's meant as far as business. So thicken up your skin, take great notes, and don't just write it down. Go over those notes and see how you can apply those things to your everyday lives, in addition to your business, because structure, order, and discipline can be used in every aspect of our lives, right? If maybe we need to exercise more, getting up early at and 6 o'clock is early to be awake and not just awake, but awake and alert to where you can listen and comprehend. Yeah, maybe you're not used to getting up until 9 o'clock, but how bad do you really want to be better? How bad do you want to grow your business? How bad do you want to lose that 15 pounds? Whatever it is that you want to do, get up a little earlier, focus, and get it done. So we're coming up on the top of the hour, and we like to value and respect everyone's time. So I want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to join the room and listen to us give out the information, the knowledge, and share our experiences with you. It is Sunday, and it's a day that most people spend with their families. So thank you for pulling away and taking a moment to step into the room and share your experiences. Thank you for all those who took the courage to come to the stage. I want to give a special shout out to Channing and Chris, because your male energy is definitely appreciated. We hope to see you back again. Channing, we thank you for that gem. That's Sophie or Sophie. I don't know how you say it, but Sophie.us. Thank you so much for that. That is definitely going to be used. I'm going to close the room out. I'm going to speak my last words, and I'm going to let Miss Anata have her last words. And then we'll close it out for this Sunday. And hope to see you back next Sunday. So I'm Jennifer, the Nonstop Notary. I am a commissioned notary here in the state of Florida. I'm servicing the greater Orlando area. So that's includes Orlando and Kissimmee, Orange, and Osceola counties. I am active in general notary work, and I love general notary work. I am working to expand my loan signing. The loan signing portion of my work, I am operating as a field inspector, and I love doing that as well. I am also hosting an event on National Notary Day, which is November 7th of this year. It is called Don't Cramp My Stamp. We are notaries getting together. It's open to everyone. So if you're not a notary, feel free to come, and then we'll enjoy your company and you'll enjoy ours. Bring your ideas, bring your experiences, bring your fun. Tickets are on sale now for $55. And if you follow my Instagram, you can find out how to purchase your tickets and the event location and all of the details. Also, I have a YouTube channel, and on that YouTube channel right now, I am posting videos that come directly from the Florida Notary Association's reference handbook about notary law. So I'm reading that book verbatim, word for word. It's not one video. I broke it down into sections so it wouldn't just be like a whole hour long video of just reading. So tune in and listen to that if you are in Florida and you want to be refreshed or you want to start to learn the notary laws. It is the Nonstop Notary on YouTube as well. Check it out, and hopefully you'll pick up some knowledge from there. And thank you so much for coming out and listening to us. Please invite your friends, invite your loved ones, and have them listen. We appreciate it. Go ahead, Anata.
Hi, I'm Anata, the DIY Notary Apostille. You guys, thank you for coming out and just coming and joining our call tonight. And I really just drew a really, really blank. I was thinking about everything I wanted to say to close out tonight. You guys, just thank you for coming. And next time, I'm working on my public speaking, so sometimes I get a little flustered and nervous, and I have a hard time saying what I'm feeling. That leads me to say I'm very much more a one-on-one intimate person. You guys, if you have a question, especially with this new feature for the DM, direct message me. I know sometimes it's hard, to get up on stage. You wonder if your question is valuable. You wonder if it's a stupid question. You wonder if you should know it. Don't don't feel like that in this group. I love to help people, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to just share my journey with people, but I'm very much so a more one-on-one, I feel like sometimes coach type style. So feel free, if you have questions that you're just afraid to come up on the platform and ask, to reach out and give me a direct message. I thank you all, and your time is valuable. So I'm going to go ahead and close and give it back to Miss Jennifer. I'm Anada, and I'm done speaking.
Thank you, Anada. So before we go out, if there is anything anyone wants to say before we leave the room, if there are any questions anyone has, Ipek, Tracy, Tashina, or Amani, if you have anything you want to say, raise your hands right quick. I'm going to turn on my music. That's how I normally close out, with some contemporary classical music. And before I do, I want to say my affirmations. Okay. All right. Here you go, Ipek. I see that you raised your hand. You go ahead. What do you have to say?
Hi. I just wanted to share that it's been a slower week for me compared to the last few weeks or last month. I don't know if you guys experienced the same. And even for tomorrow, 2 out of my 3 signings got canceled last minute or will be rescheduled. So I don't know if you guys are running into the same issue. So I just wanted to share that. Thanks.
Thank you, Ipek, for coming to the stage. I can't really say it's been a slow week for me because I'm still really growing. So my assignments are coming through sporadically. I don't really have a rhyme or a rhythm just yet. So I'm just grateful to have worked it all last week, and I did. I was able to complete 3 signings, so I'm grateful for that. That was a pretty good week for me. I don't know. I know in business there are trends. You have some up weeks, you have some down weeks. You have some, seasons where you're busy all the time. Then you have some seasons where you're not so busy. But what I will say, of course, is stay the course. Don't give up. And you have to diversify, right? So find some other things you can do, maybe like inspections, to fill those gaps when your loan signings are not coming as steadily as you want them to, whether it's field inspection or whether it's general notary work, whatever it is, find something that you can do. You can even do surveys. I have an app on my phone that I use to make money by doing surveys. And of course, it doesn't pay as well as loan signing, but I'd rather make $25 in an hour. Of course, I want to be making $90 to $150 an hour. But if I can't do that, I take $25 an hour over $0 an hour. So find something that can fill those gaps for you when they happen. So, and the way you do that is by diversifying and do your research. And research doesn't always mean you have to read. You should read. Reach out to your community. You have a vast notary community here available to you on Clubhouse. And inbox some folks, inbox me, inbox Anada, and ask what it is that we do in the meantime, in between time. And perhaps you'll find something that you're interested in doing that can fill your gaps. So that's my response to you.
Right. Definitely. I agree. We should diversify. And I do different things like mystery shopping. Sometimes I used to do that years ago, but sometimes I made up that. I actually did like mock jury thing for a focus group last week, which was good. But I also wanted to ask if anybody has any experience with process serving in Florida.
So I'm actually in the process of signing up for that now.
Right.
So yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's that application time for my area too, but there's like a test and a fee, which kind of surprised me because compared to being a notary, I thought this was more of a kind of a risky looking type of a exam, but I don't know.
I think it is a little risky too. Yeah, I agree. I saw the test and I saw the fee. I'm not as reluctant about the fee because I know that you have to invest in yourself, and I don't mind doing that. And plus, it'll be a tax write-off anyway. But I have been a little hesitant about the whole idea of process serving simply because I'm a woman and I would be out there by myself. And I'm not a scary woman, but I try to be smart. I don't ever want to put myself in a situation where I could be hurt because I'm a mom. I have to come home at the end of the night and I need to be available for my children. So I'm thinking and praying on that. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and complete the sign up process. If I actually take an assignment, if I'm being transparent, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I'll actually take an assignment. But if times get hard enough and the money is there and I have to do it, guess what? As a mom, you always do what you got to do anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to go forward with it.
Right. I think so too. I kind of want to try it. I was just curious at, how the market was, or if it would be easy enough to find the jobs, or.
I understand there's a need here in Florida from what my research tells me that there's definitely a need, especially with this whole new with the business around COVID, with people being evicted and not being able to pay their rents and this whole PPP loan investigation type stuff. There's a whole from what I understand, there's a dire need for process servers. I don't know if that's something I want to be a part of, but hey, if it pays the bills, then I probably have done worse things than that. So I'll give it a shot.
It's worth a try, right?
It's worth a try. Yes, it's all worth a try.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm here that I'm not the only one. All right, good. We should share our experiences with that.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely will come back to the room whenever I've had an experience and share. And I would ask it that you do the same.
All right, thanks. And
Thank
if anybody
you.
else wants to share about their experience for this week, if it was slower for you too, or anything about process serving, that'll be great. Otherwise, have a great night.
Thank you, Ipek. You do the same. I see Miss Amy has come into the room. Miss Amy, the last 2 times I brought you up to speak, I don't know what happened, but we never got to hear from you. So yay, you're here tonight. How are you, Miss Amy? Talk to us.
I'm good. How are you guys tonight?
Doing great, thank you.
I'm chasing the dogs.
Oh. So what we were talking about is
I saw the ping and I thought, oh, it was an hour ago, but I saw you're still going, so I figured I'd see what was going on.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. We were basically just talking about our wins for the week and our goals for next week. And the title of the room was Methodical Madness. So we were discussing how trying to get on our journeys or move forward in our journeys in the notary field can be maddening. It's so much. It seems like it's so simple, but sometimes it's so much to do. And we were talking about how to create a method in the madness and to follow that method. And hopefully, if we're following the steps and doing what we're supposed to do, it can help us to grow our business and scale our business. So I know you have I know you have a whole lot of wisdom around the whole notary world. And we know that you are Miss Cyberize It. So you are the Ron expert as far as I'm concerned. So whatever you want to share with us, please do. We'll listen.
Okay, well, actually, I had a really good win this morning. We were having a little bit of delay with Adobe on the new platform because I use Adobe Acrobat. And I figured out a way to get that solution on a Sunday with no tech support to help me.
Oh my.
And not only did I get that solution, I was able to open up Adobe Acrobat and Adobe Sign and all of the functions of Adobe free for all of the people on my platform. So, yeah. So,
yay.
by finding this solution, I realized that they all will get free access to edit or create their own templates within the platform custom for them. So it was a huge win for the platform this morning. So I'm still stoked about that. So thank you. I appreciate the chance to tell someone who actually understands.
Yes, ma'am. Excellent. Congratulations. That is really, really, really great news. So if anyone who in the room doesn't know who Amy is the creator of the Ron platform. And what's so special about Amy is that her platform is created by a notary because she is a notary. So she has spent time on the other platforms and was like, this ain't really working for me. I don't like this. It could be done better. How can I do it better? You know what? I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to do it better. So she has created Cyberize It, a remote online notary platform that is up and running, and it's available for use right now. Cyberizeit.com. Miss Amy, go ahead and plug Cyberize It. Tell the people what you got going on, because I know they want to know.
Okay, I will take every opportunity. I try not to, impede. So the platform is a month-to-month contract. It is the only platform that will actually ping other notaries to bring in for witnesses and pay those notaries for doing so. So a client says, I have a power of attorney, but I need 2 witnesses and I don't have any witnesses. They can actually code it when they upload the document, so you can bring 2 other notaries in that are sitting there at their computers and bring them in and do the notarization. In addition, here in the next week or 2, we'll be releasing a press release in conjunction with Zoom and Adobe Acrobat as a trifecta partnership that we've established for this. So I'm super stoked. There's lots of different features about the platform. Feel free to check out the website. Click join the notary family. It'll answer a lot of questions about the platform. And, feel free to always hit me up if anyone has any direct questions. I don't want to go on because I could go on for hours. But anyway, I definitely appreciate the plug and the time. I always look forward to joining the rooms and learning too, because I don't know every state, and I like to hear what's going on so that I can be empowered to answer questions for other people. So thank you.
You're definitely welcome, Miss Amy, and you're never an imposition. We appreciate that your platform is coming from a notary's perspective, a notary's point of view, because no one knows notary better than a notary. So again, you're never an imposter here. And anytime you see this group open, please, please, please stop by. You are welcome, and you will not wear that welcome out. We appreciate what you're doing for the notary community. Miss Tashina, I see you raised your hand. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Hello, everyone. My question was pretty much, I'm trying to get into Ron. I was looking up some information, and if I'm not sure if I understand it, with Amy's platform, am I able to do everything through there with at least taking the course, applying, and then using the platform as well?
So I don't do any training as far as like your state or ordered training. So you'd have to get your certification through your state, but then you could, the training I offer is platform based, and like how to do this, where to do that, how to tag this. And then I will venture into like some marketing tidbits or some business coaching aspects as we get a little bit bigger. But as far as getting your certification, you need to go through your state authorized training providers, which I know the NNA's one because that's who my sister went through, but I'm not sure who the other one is. There's another one you can go through.
Yes, ma'am. I have a list of them for the state of Florida, but I wasn't sure if that was just their preferred ones or I could go off script.
I'm pretty sure that you have to go by who they say. Like here in Ohio, there's only one agency that I can go to. So definitely make sure you go to the right place. I don't want to not go through and pay for training and then it not work.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to the stage, Tashina, to get your questions asked. And I am also trying to get my RON certification for the state of Florida. So maybe we can put our heads together and communicate with some other notaries that are already RON certified, and let's just see what we come up with. So send me a DM and to my Instagram and let me make sure it reminds me that you're trying to get RON so we can put our heads together and figure something out from there. Okay, does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Tashina. All right, so it is 9:15. We've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes. The stage is still open. If anyone has any questions or if they have any value they want to add, anything they would like to say, please feel free to raise your hands. Again, in respecting and valuing people's time, I'm not just going to go on rambling and rambling and rambling. I like to close out with the affirmations. There is power in the words that you speak. So every Sunday evening, I ask if you're here and you're willing, repeat the affirmations with me. I am strong. I am knowledgeable. I'm open to learning new things. I am wisdom. I am healthy. I am working smart. I am gaining wisdom every day. I have purpose. I am walking in my purpose. I am a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner. That concludes our session. That concludes the Florida Notaries United Room, Methodical Madness. I encourage you all to write down your goals for the week, write down your accomplishments from the last week so that you can have a reminder that your days did not go by in vain. And if you don't have any wins for last week, well, today starts a new one. Create some for the next week. Write them down, read them over. Keep your affirmations in front of you. Keep your plans in front of you. Keep your goals in front of you. Motivate yourself. And if you can't find the strength within to motivate yourself, reach out to someone else. Get a notary buddy. If your notary buddy is not motivating you, get a new notary buddy. If you need a notary buddy, reach out to myself, reach out to Anada. We will pair you up with someone that can help pour into you, that can help motivate you, that can share some wisdom and some knowledge with you to get you on the right track or to get you back on track. My name is Jennifer. I am the host of this room. I'm the founder of this room. I thank you for taking the time to listen in. I appreciate everyone that has come to the stage to ask questions and to share knowledge. I ask that you join me again next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here, same station, different topic. You have an awesome week, and I'll be closing out with my favorite contemporary classical music. Goodbye and good night.